Hi, I'm Paul,
I'm Mark.
and we're from the Picture This project. Today, we're going to do something a little outside of photography. It's about a photograph, but it's probably more famous with an artist.
Yes, it's associated with an artist. The name of it is Atomicus. It's the name of the photo, Atomicus. And it is of Salvador Dali.
Yes, surrealist master,
Yes, and the photographer's name?
Halsman.
Halsman.
I don't remember his first name, though.
Well, it wasn't, in terms of the famous photographers, he didn't hold the same sort of,
Yeah, wait.
was on the same plinth as some of these other photographers, and yet this one photo,
Yeah,
generally everybody knows this photo.
because it's very Dali-esque, isn't it?
Well, he was working on another image called Atomicus, his own painting at that time. So this painting, the photograph came out in 1948.
Yep.
Dali had been working on this other image since 1945, and it was interesting because it was all about suspension, electrons, atoms suspended, in this field of atomics.
Atomics, yeah.
Which was kind of happening at that period of time because of Oppenheimer.
Yeah, and
Dropping big bombs.
yes,
But
under the right.
that's right.
And so at that point,
So suspended. But if you look at the photo, and I love the fact that, this all predates Photoshop, and
yep,
this photo is quite fascinating because a lot of work had to go in to make this an event.
put it up here so you guys know what we're talking about. But that has no Photoshop in it.
And whilst this photo is staying up for a moment, just to show everyone, as you can see, there's the chairs, the easel. These were hung by wires.
Yep.
Then obviously Dali, you can see he's jumping. Well, and the other thing you can see is
Cats and water.
hats and water, and they were not hung by wires.
No, they threw them.
They had to time it right. And I showed this photo to some younger students one day, and they were appalled at the idea that they threw these cats. And I said, well, they didn't just do it once.
No, it was like 26, 28 times.
It was 26.
Yeah.
26 times they threw the cats in the water.
Yeah. And as the photographer ran to the darkroom to develop the plate, the assistants dried the cats and refilled the water. That's just so hilarious to me that these poor cats.
The assistant said they were the cleanest cats around by the end of the photo shoot.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
And that was 4 or 5 hours to
I think
kind of go through go through this process. Like you said, they had to do the shot, then he had to go and check.
Yeah, you got to check what he got. So he went in the dark room and, is that the one? Oh no, we got to do it again.
And so we know, working with a lot of students, that anyone who was born after the year 2000, they're sort of used to having the instantaneous.
That look in the back of the camera.
Back of the camera. Is it right? Oh, let's flick it up on the monitor. Let's, look at it some other way. Instantly. Whereas then it was a process of going straight in, unload the film.
Yeah. So
process the film, then kind of check that.
At that time, it's probably Kodak XX or maybe an early Ilford film. And to develop those, that's 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes development time. Then stop, then fix. Of course, he'd know by the time it hit the stop bath where he had what he wanted or not. But it's 15 minutes before you can see what you have, even if you have a dark room.
Well, cats would be nice and dry by that point.
Yeah, they're dry,
fluffy, and traumatized and ready for another throw. So you should.
Yeah.
I love that aspect. So
yeah,
but it was an interesting relationship. Halsman, right?
Halsman.
They collaborated every year after this photo
for the rest of
their lives. They would do something together. And I was reading how Dali was not threatened by Halsman because he was not interested in photography,
and Halsman wasn't interested in paying him.
No, so they were quite a good match in that regard.
Yeah,
so they collaborated a lot. This photo, it was an interesting sort of first exploration of the surrealism within the photography as well. I mean,
Yeah.
we talked earlier about Man Ray and how they were doing that
Yeah.
in the 1920s, and this is 1948. But that still was very much a thing being explored.
Yeah, and Dali's fame had been cemented by then, so he was a big figure.
And for Halsman, after this period, a lot of people requested jump photos.
Yep.
He did. Yeah, he did a whole bunch of people wanted jump photos.
Yeah.
I can't say I know of any of the other ones, but I know that his career followed on from that because people saw this photo. Hey, can you do that? Yeah, can you do one of those for me?
Yeah.
And he's probably thinking, yeah,
Yeah.
show me the money. I'll do you another photo.
And Gettys of jump photos.
That's right.
One of the other things about this photograph is Dali actually painted on it too to make it more surrealistic in the final image. But later on it became one of the.
Well, Time magazine, I think, said it was in 2016. It was around there. They said that it was, in the top 100 most influential photographs.
That's a big call.
That is. That's a big place to sit, and 100 all-time great photos. And I don't think it seems out of place there.
It doesn't, but it's also kind of out of place with a photographer that nobody really knows. I mean, most of the other photographers we talk about, people go, "Oh yeah, I've heard of them." Halsman, not so much.
Really? Maybe Edward, even though we know him.
Yeah,
the others don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was Dali Atomicus. Pretty cool image, and it's very worth taking a good look at that photo.
Yeah, and
I could put that one up on my wall.
Yeah, that's a cool image. But respect for the cats.
Yes.
True troopers.
All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks a lot, guys.